Did you know that most people will never witness this moment in a bird's life? And even more surprising, fewer than half of baby songbirds survive their first year in the wild. That's why what happened in my backyard today was so extraordinary. For the very first time, a family of young cardinals discovered my feeder, and one reaction near the end completely caught me off guard. If you've ever wondered how baby birds learn to survive on their own, you're about to see something truly fascinating. And trust me, these tiny visitors taught me something I wasn't expecting. So stay with me, because the most heartwarming moment happened when confidence finally replaced fear. At first, the young cardinals seemed unsure of everything. Their feathers were still fluffy, their movements awkward, and every sound around them made them freeze. They looked so cautious that I honestly wondered if any of them would even approach the feeder. Have you ever seen baby cardinals this young before? Let me know in the comments, because what happened next surprised me.
Unlike experienced adult cardinals, these little birds were entering an entirely new world. Every hop, every glance, and every tiny movement was part of a lesson they needed to learn to survive. But one brave youngster was about to make a decision that changed everything. According to ornithologists, juvenile northern cardinals spend several weeks following their parents after leaving the nest. During this critical stage, they slowly transition from depending on mom and dad to finding food on their own. Researchers from the Cornell Lab of Ornithology explain that young birds must quickly learn where food is, how to avoid predators, and how to adapt to life outside the nest. And what happened at the feeder showed exactly how that learning process works. Then, as the morning sunlight reached the feeder, something amazing happened. One curious youngster finally hopped forward. It paused, looked around, and after several nervous attempts, it pecked at a seed. That single moment changed everything. Within seconds, the others followed behind, almost as if they had been waiting for someone else to go first. It was incredible to watch. If you've ever had backyard birds visit your feeder, you know how special moments like these can be. But the most touching part was still to come. Wildlife experts call this observational learning. Young birds watch their parents and siblings and copy what they see. Studies show that this behavior greatly improves their chances of survival. And suddenly, I realized I wasn't just watching birds eat. I was watching a family teach the next generation. But perhaps the most beautiful sight wasn't the feeding itself. It was the parent cardinals. They remained nearby, quietly watching, ready to help if needed. They never rushed the youngsters. They simply stayed close, allowing the babies to learn at their own pace. And honestly, it felt strangely familiar. Because whether you're a bird or a person, independence doesn't happen overnight. It happens one small step at a time. As the minutes passed, the timid little visitors transformed into curious explorers. The same birds that had hesitated just moments earlier were now flying confidently between branches and returning to the feeder again and again. And that's when the moment I'd been hoping for finally happened. The smallest baby cardinal, the one that had seemed the most nervous, suddenly landed right in the center of the feeder and began eating with complete confidence. That tiny bird had gone from fear to courage in just a matter of minutes. And somehow, that simple moment became the most unforgettable part of the day. Moments like these remind us that some of nature's greatest stories happen right outside our windows. In a world that moves so fast, these young cardinals offered a quiet lesson about patience, growth, and the courage to try something new. Maybe that's why they inspire us so much. Because every great journey begins with uncertainty. Every expert starts as a beginner. And sometimes all it takes is one brave step to discover what's possible. Sometimes the smallest visitors leave the biggest memories. If this heartwarming moment brought a smile to your face, be sure to subscribe and join me for more amazing backyard bird stories. And tell me in the comments, what's the most memorable bird encounter you've ever had? You never know which incredible visitor might show up next.